Brittany, how's the body holding up? You've got through a serious body of work in the last 2 games.
Yeah, really, really well. I've had a nice wee refresh the past couple of days, and really looking forward to the next couple of weeks. But body's building. It's game time under the belt, and just getting used to that contact and getting used to that. Those game minutes are really important. So good.
You probably got a little bit longer on the pitch than you were expecting at the weekend, but like in terms of stats, you packed a lot into those 60 minutes.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a very high ball and play game, and Spain had so much possession that on pick and goes and stuff, you just rack up tackles, you rack up those meters, and it was a hard game again. So the stats said it on the sheet.
Physically though, do you think you're going to have to go to an even higher level or an even darker place this weekend?
Oh, definitely. I always say that whenever we played New Zealand last year, it was the hardest game I've ever played in my life. So, I know that, and we all are well aware that we're going to have to go to the hole, go to the well at the weekend. So, fully unprepared to have a big shift.
And if that was the hardest game you've ever played physically in your life, do you think this weekend is going to top it?
Oh, I'd say so. The occasion, it's a pool game of the World Cup. We've 30,000 people coming. Hopefully, a lot of them are going to be Irish, and it's just we're both really, really ready for this game and looking forward to hopefully getting out there and seeing how it goes.
It's probably a difficult one to answer, but do you think if he hadn't beaten New Zealand 12 months ago, do you think he would be at the level he currently are at?
Yeah, that's a hard one to answer because we did, and we are at this level. But I suppose that it kind of kick-started our belief behind the group and behind the girls, behind the coaching staff. It kick-started the RFU putting loads more funding, loads more investment into us. Everybody was on our train and on our wavelength then, and I think that just after that New Zealand game, we knew that we could do it internally, but externally I think that just put a rocket boost behind the team. So I'm not 100% sure, but we are here.
In terms of quarterfinal opponents, you obviously won't know who you are in line to play until afterwards, because France and South Africa kicks off after your game. Does that just remove any little distraction that could be there? Wondering about, well, if we win, we play whoever, we lose, we play whoever. You're not going to know regardless.
Yeah, we haven't actually put too much thought into the quarterfinals just yet. We're fully focused on New Zealand and at the weekend, the game. We obviously want to top our pool. We obviously want to put out a performance there that we're proud of at the weekend. So we haven't really thought too much what the quarterfinal will look like. We're grateful that we've booked our seat there and we've secured our position there. But we haven't been thinking about that, and we'll come to it after the games at the weekend.
What does knowing you can beat them do for your confidence coming into this?
I suppose it just we have that belief behind us that we are capable of doing it, and we're more than capable of doing it. But we're well aware that New Zealand are a world-class outfit, and it's going to be an incredibly tough game. If we come out with the right side of the scoreboard afterwards, great. If we don't, that's fine as well. But we all have that full belief and confidence in that we are going to be able to pack a good performance and hopefully a good show for the crowd.
Does it take away less of that fear factor that we would normally associate with a New Zealand team in the past, perhaps?
I suppose we haven't really we just have so much respect for New Zealand. We obviously know that they've 5 times world champions. We know that they are able to show up in these competitions, and they always do. I suppose that kind of fear factor wasn't really there. We were more underdogs, so we kind of had that, well, we've got nothing to lose kind of factor. But now we've taken away the element of surprise, so now we just have to work that a little bit harder, and those 1%ers in the game mean a little bit more now.
What about the New Zealand back row? Georgia Miller, she's like a PlayStation player, she's incredible. What way will you be looking at them now this weekend? Obviously we have to wait for the team to be named, but it's a pretty strong back row.
Yeah, definitely. In a world-class outfit, you're going to have a class back five. Georgia Miller is a really good example of a hybrid athlete, the 7s, 15s. She's shone here on the world stage, and that's where she belongs. She was unbelievable, and just really looking forward to having that challenge and having that personal challenge against her.
You said you brought up the hybrid 7s, 15s, but it's been a while, but when was the last time you were involved with the 7s?
3 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
And how often would you play against New Zealand on the circuit?
I had my first cap on the circuit, first World Series leg. I played against the Black Ferns and sitting down to a scrum, Portia Woodman, Sarah Goss, everyone sitting in front of me, so that was cool. But that was back in 2018, 2019, so I haven't actually played them that many times myself, probably on like two hands I could count it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Neil mentioned your stats there. Just looking, it perhaps inevitable given her strength of Aoife in the ball carrying. She kind of dominates the ball carrying stats. Normally, you've kind of stepped up. I noticed like your workload has definitely gone up. It did in the first game at least, with how much ball you were getting. Have you noticed that? Do you feel like you're busier? Like everyone's got to pick up the slack a little bit?
I suppose that my game has evolved in the last 12 months anyway. I've been trying to put myself into more of a ball carrying role because that's just the way that my game has developed. It's become sort of a strength of mine that the team and the coaches like to utilise. So that comes hand in hand with Wafer. Like if I have to latch Wafer, no problem. I'll do that, no probs. She's an incredible athlete, an incredible asset to our team. So as whenever she's gone, if I have to have a couple more carries, I will, but we're spreading that across the team pretty well.
Has that development into the carrying, has that been organic, or someone tapped you on the shoulder and said, you know, we'd like you to work on your ball carrying?
More so organic, just comes with my like physical adaptations the past year and my kind of awareness of the game and trying to just put my hand up and say I'm carrying and people come around me, and that's just kind of come from myself and the way that I've changed as an athlete and like the coaching staff saying, oh well, you're getting good meters, put yourself up, hand up.
So it was self-driven. You'd say that shift.
Yeah, I love carrying the ball. No, like give it to me any day, I'll do it, no problem.
What did you do yesterday? Emily was saying some went vintage shopping. What did you do?
Yeah, we were very grateful to be in Whittlebury in Northampton, but we were kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we have utilised the shops in in Brighton. Definitely, I went to Urban Outfitters and then then I lay in my bed.
Following on from that, Brett, you've
Yeah.
been down to the PA yet? You've been to the arcade, played the 2p slot machines. Are you allowed to gamble? Or maybe not.
No. So the weather actually hasn't been particularly great, so we've kind of stayed away from being in the pier, but we have I'm on social committee and we've got some socials organised this week to go see the fun fair, get some in the arcades, play some games with the squad later on in the week.
As someone that grew up around here, Danger Mouse, the roller coaster right at the very end, is like off the charts. If you're allowed to do it, it's one of the best roller coasters in the UK.
Good to hear, thank you.
Have you watched back the Vancouver game in the last 2-3 months as a group, the victory over the Black Ferns?
As a group, no, like the full game, no, but we've had like the highlights of the game, certainly like momentum shifts or like particular plays that we did that have caused us to have more momentum, brought us, like if New Zealand had a purple patch, it showed us how we overcame that and just kind of building confidence in that way. But we haven't looked through the whole game. I myself have, just to remind me of kind of how New Zealand play and how I kind of worked through that and battled that, but we've looked through the highlights. We've certainly looked through the last minute, played that a couple of times in the meeting room, but it was a special memory and hopefully more to come.
And is there an image visually that really sticks in the mind? For me, it's always Aoife manages to end up on someone's shoulders celebrating at full time, and Amy Lee the same. What is it for you?
The scrum in the midfield and just saying to the girls, all of us looking each other in the eyes and saying, right, like New Zealand are going to come for us here, lock in and give it absolutely everything that you can. That moment, and then Dana kicking it off and just like shock. It's just, and then the change room afterwards.
You say shock, and actually I watched it back yesterday. There's a moment where Dorothy is just mouthing, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, when you guys get the free kick at the scrum. And in those moments you look like you can't believe what you've just done, but also you played the whole game with this complete determination. All of you were so steely in your resolve. Can you remember in the dressing room beforehand how you got yourselves up for that, how you were so committed and confident?
It was just that awe versus belief. It was, we have to make sure that we respect our opponent, but we don't disrespect ourselves in that time. And that means that if we had full belief in ourselves that we could come out with that result, and like every minute of the game we didn't doubt it. Like even whenever New Zealand scored under the posts, like we we just had full belief, and everybody bought into the like being able to be there for each other, and we worked hard for each other, we scrambled hard for each other. Things just worked our way that day, and like we fully deserved the outcome afterwards. So yeah, hopefully more to come, but like we know it's a major challenge.
Thank you so much.
This weekend is part of the tournament's Keep Rugby Clean campaign. Do you have any messages you would share with younger players about the importance of keeping the game clean and having self-esteem in what they do?
I suppose that whenever I was younger anyway, starting rugby, I was probably about 20 to 15 kg lighter than I am now. So it was that kind of belief in your natural progression throughout the game will come. It will take you a couple of years to develop that side, but if you hone in on your nutrition, if you hone in on all the resources that you have around you, the resources that World Rugby have, like you will be able to get that development, and you'll be able to reach your potential yourself and through a natural way that is a fair playing field.